Hey there, grumpy old fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons and Dragons advice video on prepping for the adventure. And I'm talking about prepping in game, not outside of game. Before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including the tabletop role-playing game Outlaw Trails. It's I've done tons of videos on my channel. It's a fun game. I finally got it published. So there you go. You can get it and play it with your family and friends. There's no magic or monsters. It's just role-playing in the Old West. You get to go on cattle drives, hunt down outlaws, become an outlaw. All of that's included in the game. Gunfights and fist fights and every other thing. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. You might like it. I got a lot of other stuff on my channel, on my Amazon author page as well. You got to find something there to read, and hope you enjoy it. All right. Prepping for the adventure. In all my years of advanced Dungeons and Dragons, I have seen players who plan ahead, and I've seen players who don't plan at all. Then there are the players who overplan, and the players who plan wrong. All right, first, players who do not plan ahead are asking to lose their player characters. Players who overplan waste a lot of coinage. Players who plan wrong are just confusing. They're going to waste coinage, but they're just confusing. The players who plan ahead are a step ahead and stand the best chance to survive and come away with the treasure. Planning ahead is so essential that I'm going to outline how I do it. As a player, this is how I do it. It's not always successful, but it usually works pretty well. First off, at character creation. Excuse me. At character creation, you have to start with the basics, the essentials. Spellcasters need spell components, spell books, holy symbols, etc. Thieves need thieves' tools. Fighter types need armor and weapons. Any thief can acquire a weapon. Okay, it doesn't take much. So the thieves' tools are more important. Fighter types need armor and weapons. If you don't start out getting these items for your character, then you're going to be useless. Secondly, I concentrate on general gear, which every character needs. You're going to have a backpack to carry your stuff. Water skin, rations, blanket, tinderbox. I always try and set aside coinage for day-to-day expenses, like meals at an inn, a room for the night, or a few silver for tolls and bribes. It's not always possible to do this, but it's a good idea if you can. And depending on how greedy your dungeon master is, you might want to change that few silver to a few gold. This allows you to survive in town and brave the elements while traveling. Third, after I find out what the mission or scenario will be, I purchase necessities for the situation. An overland adventure might require horses, pack animals, carts or wagons, extra rations, grain for the animals, extra water skins, tents, tarps or extra blankets, rope, etc. Overland trips require different planning according to the terrain. Desert, forest, swamp, mountains, etc. all have different survival requirements, just like Arctic, hot, or temperate climates do. You should find out what to expect and plan accordingly. Underground or spelunking adventures might require torches, lanterns, oil, blankets, extra rations, etc. If your player character has infravision, then torches or lanterns might not be a necessity. However, fire will be a necessity for warmth and cooking. Mainly, the objective will be food. Lay in plenty of rations and water skins. More than once, I've seen player characters run out of stuff to eat and resort to desperate measures. When it gets really desperate, players start trying to figure out which player character is least useful to the group, with a mindset towards cannibalism. Try not to let it get to that. Oil is a necessity for fighters as it prevents armor and weapons from rusting. It is also useful as a fire starter and as Molotov cocktails in a pinch. If you don't know what a Molotov cocktail is, you take a flask of oil, or you can do the same thing with bottles of whiskey or bottles of diesel fuel or whatever, depending on the game. You stick a rag in the end, light it, and throw it. When the bottle hits, it shatters and scatters the fluid all over, and the fire catches it on fire. It's essentially a poor man's firebomb. And they're quite useful in combat. You have to be careful how you use them, but they're very useful. Ocean voyages will require rations and water skins and possibly lighter armor. I have lost count of the paladins, fighters, and cavaliers who decided to abandon ship by diving overboard, only to realize that they're wearing plate mail armor. This is their doom, period. Leather or lighter armor is much better suited for naval actions. You don't necessarily be able to swim well, but at least you can stay afloat. There is a reason Japanese samurai use wooden armor. Not only is it lighter and it may help them float, but the humidity near the ocean will rust metal armor very, very quickly. Whenever possible, acquire a map of the area you will be operating in. If a map is not available, try and speak with people who are familiar with the area so you know the general layout, the terrain, the climate, what to expect as far as locals and monsters, etc. Specific landmarks, water holes, violent locals, weather patterns, and the like should be of specific note. Ultimately, any specific monsters should be prepared for. If you're going to fight something, you want to be prepared to fight it. After all, once you find the great ancient huge black dragon or whatever monster is known to be there, it might be nice to have a way to deal with it one way or the other. The last thing you want to do in such an instance is to improvise. Making stuff up as you go along is not a plan. Now that I've pounded the plan ahead mantra into you, here's the rub. Every plan is perfect until the shit hits the fan. Then every plan goes to shit. Remember the 7 essentials. 1, plan ahead. 2, prepare for that plan to fail. 3, have an escape plan. 4, prepare for that escape plan to fail. 5, have a survival plan. 6, have another survival plan. And 7, have a third survival plan. Remember, FEAR is an acronym for when all else fails. Forget everything and run. If you're in the military, that F is another word, but yeah. This acronym has saved more player characters than any plan in history. Do not be afraid to execute it. That's all I'm saying. I hope this helps. And again, I'm not trying to tell you how to play your game or how to play in the game or how to run a game. I do these videos to try to help people play better and to have better games. So feel free to use, abuse, ignore, or change what I put in here. And again, I hope this finds everybody well. If anybody has any additions or subtractions, changes, stick it in the comments. I'm sure we'd all love to read them. You folks have a good one now. God bless one and all.